Hi and welcome to part 2 of 2 videos where we'll be exploring verbal and non-verbal communication in business speaking. Remember the last video where you see a manager smiling and speaking enthusiastically as she tells her employees they're fired? The situation wasn't appropriate. Remember, the way you speak and look is very important, especially in work or business contexts. By the end of this video, you will be able to identify the different methods of non-verbal communication and utilize non-verbal communication strategies for effective business speaking. As mentioned before, business speaking situations can range from face-to-face meetings, interviews, presentations, public speaking, and phone calls. Here are a list of the most common and non-verbal communication methods. Remember, they enhance the message we are trying to convey, and they can demonstrate positive, negative, or neutral feeling, intentionally or unintentionally. So remember, we must be aware of how we use these. So how do we do this in the right way? Well, let's start with physical appearance. This can range from how you dress to how you style your hair, perhaps. The important thing to be aware of is you need to tailor your appearance to the appropriate situation, such as dressing in formal business wear in a job interview. Your eye contact with the audience is probably one of the most important types of nonverbal communication. Strong eye contact helps you engage directly with the audience. It can also establish a more human connection, engendering a higher sense of trust or credibility with your listeners. In contrast, little eye contact has the opposite effect, and your audience is less likely to be convinced or persuaded with your content or communication. Facial expressions can often express your emotions or feelings. Unlike tone, they need to match your words or your spoken communication. Smiling or looking friendly is often the most preferred facial expression in many common speaking situations, as you need to establish or maintain a positive relationship. But there are situations where you might also want to look serious with limited facial expressions, such as when disciplining a subordinate. If you don't control your facial expressions, they may reveal your true emotions or intentions. For example, when you need to maintain a professional demeanor under a difficult or challenging situation, such as a high-level business negotiation, where you might need to show an expressionless poker face. How close you are to the audience or how you position yourself can also have an influential impact with your audience. Being close to your audience can create a more personal sense of communication as opposed to putting yourself in a position of authority, such as sitting above or far away from your audience. It has to match with your intended purpose or communication. For example, you might want to create a closer relationship with your employees by holding a town hall style meeting instead of within a formal public space, where you can get up close and personal with them. Next, body language can be used deliberately in many ways in meetings to presentations. Your use of body language is mainly from the upper part of your body, including whether or not you face your audience, your head movements, and your hand or body gestures. There are many body gestures, but they can be divided into natural ones, where we want to create a desired effect with the audience, such as sitting back with our legs crossed to make our audience feel relaxed or forthcoming. Or they can be deliberate, such as using hand gestures to point and refer to charts or slides in a business presentation. But the more control you are with your body language, the more confident and convincing you will look. Finally, using silence can be a powerful nonverbal communication tool. It's not commonly used, but many who do use it are usually in positions of authority. It's different to pausing and often is used to put your audience on the spot or show your audience that you're contemplating something. Steve Jobs was famous for using this tool on his employees to make them either feel under pressure so that they reveal their true thoughts, or they reveal everything and don't hide anything. So let's recap. After watching this video, you should now be able to identify the different nonverbal communication methods in business speaking and utilize appropriate nonverbal communication strategies. Remember that our verbal and non-verbal communication enhances our message, but it can also reveal what we truly think or feel about something. So, both need to be controlled and coordinated well to become an effective business speaker. So, thanks for watching.